Attention, the following video is going to totally kick ass. If you enjoy any of it and or have a large penis, please click the like button below. Enjoy.
What is going on, guys? I am NobodyEpic and this is Awkward Situations. Hopefully you already know what this series is about because I want to get into a big announcement to start this video off. I opened my first t-shirt shop. Yes, link at the top of the description, merchaddict.com/nobodyshop. I have not had a t-shirt shop ever in the history of my channel, and I spent a long time trying to find the right vendor, and I settled on Merch Addict. My friends, Minnesota Burns, Mr. Technical Difficult, and I believe Jehovah are also opening or have shops opened with them, and they just have a really high quality t-shirt product. It's not like when you go to other custom print companies or what have you, and you buy a shirt from them, you can tell it's kind of low quality. These are high grade t-shirts like you would buy in the mall. So I'm really excited. I only have one design right now, but I'm working on a bunch more. It's a GTA inspired design that I really liked, and I want to get some sweatshirts and, like I said, more cool designs. So if you guys have design ideas, please be sure to leave them in the comments as I continue to work on my own designs. And please check out my t-shirt shop, link in the top of the description. As I have said, if you buy t-shirts and tell me about it on Twitter or something, I'll retweet you and love you, and we can all wear the shirts together, and more shirts to come, and I'll make announcements when I put new shirts in the shop on my Facebook or Twitter or my YouTube. So just want to get that out of the way really quick. And if I sound kind of weird, like I'm echoing, please let me know in the comments. I see I drew your attention to it, so you might be thinking it now. Maybe you weren't thinking it before, but I'm in a different room, and I'm trying to get the acoustics right with my microphone. You know, I moved out of my apartment right before I left for San Diego, so I'm unpacking my stuff, and I'm in this room, and I feel like there's an echo, but I might just be paranoid. So let me know in the comments. I'll stop with the long-winded intro. I know you guys hate that. Time to get into awkward situations right now. Today's first awkward situation says, "Hey nobody, a couple of months ago I went to a party, and I haven't been to many parties because I'm only a freshman in high school, and I drank too much, and I don't remember this, but my friends told me that I peed my pants, and now everyone at school calls me Potty Totty because my name is Todd. I don't know what to do, please help." Alright, Potty Totty, it sounds like you're in a tough situation. Okay, that was stupid. Yeah, so normally I try to think of some advice I can give before I start talking, but I couldn't do it this time. I was thinking really hard, and I don't really know what to say to you or what I can say to help you. So I'm just going to ramble as I often do, and hopefully in a few minutes some advice will magically fall out of my mouth. I also have a first party story that is somewhat disgusting, but it's not necessarily my fault, so I can't relate to you 100%, but I can slightly relate to you. Although I didn't have a weird nickname come out of my first party experience. Potty Toddy sounds like one of those things that might stick with you through senior year unless you do something more epic and or disgusting before you graduate. Maybe next party you go to, you should shit all over yourself, and then you'll be turdy toddy. And I think that sounds better, rolls off the tongue a lot better if you agree in the comments section. Turdy toddy, better than potty toddy. I think that could be a rapper or maybe a comic book villain, like Spider-Man's fighting Turdy Toddy, and he shoots shit out of his mouth, and Spider-Man gets it all on his face, and his web attack isn't working anymore. So, I don't know. That's kind of cool. Or, what's another way you could get a nickname? You could light a puppy on fire, and then you'll go to jail, so your potty toddy high school friends won't be around anymore to call you potty toddy unless they visit, which they probably won't because you lit a puppy on fire, and no one's going to fucking visit you if they went to high school with you and you lit a puppy on fire. They just don't want to know you anymore. But you'll get a new nickname in prison. It'll be bitch, or a female name like Stacy, because some 400 muscular pounds man, 400 muscular pounds, yeah, that made sense. Yeah, just some big dude's gonna make you his bitch and have a lot of sex with you. So as far as the nicknames go, you can see that those options aren't great. We're gonna have to figure that out later, or not at all. You might just be potty toddy, but you know, that's kind of cool. If you're in Boston, it sounds like you party a lot. You know, that Boston accent, yeah, he likes to party. That's potty toddy over there. That's the worst Boston accent ever, but you might follow along. Anyway, my first party, I went to, it was like down the street from my house where I live. I was hanging out with my friend, and our older neighbor friend, who was a senior at the time, we were freshmen or sophomores, whatever, She was having a party, so we were like, yeah, let's walk down there. She said we could walk down and party with them if we wanted to. So we walked down the street, go in, and we kind of knew some of the older people because we participated in sports, so we were cool with them. We weren't like some fucking loser freshman or whatever. And we walk in and they give us some beers, and I don't think I'd really had that much beer before this time, but it was like Busch Light or Natty Light or something, and it tasted disgusting like water. So it made me dislike beer for a while after drinking it because I thought all beer was that disgusting tasting. But now I'm older and I know there's better tasting beers and I drink them when I go out to social events. But yeah, that was gross just to start. But anyway, we were just hanging out, kind of listening to the older people, not really making too big of a splash. And I was sitting on like a footrest for a couch, if you can picture that. Like there's a wraparound couch and then there's a matching leather footrest. And I was sitting on the footrest, and behind me there was a guy who looked passed out. I didn't really stare at him too much before I sat down, but he was just in a daze. He was obviously very intoxicated. And I was just sitting there, I was listening to people talk, and all of a sudden, this guy behind me wakes up from his demon drunk sleep and sits up straight. From what I hear, I could kind of see out of like the back of my eyeball. I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention, but I was when he projectile vomited all over my back. And it was disgusting smelling. I threw those clothes away. I could have just washed them, but I didn't want my parents knowing I got projectile vomited on at a party. So I just threw that shirt away because it wasn't a great shirt anyway. It was probably like my 7th grade basketball camp shirt or something. I didn't have a great fashion sense my freshman year of high school anyway. But yeah, so I got projectile vomited on, and luckily no one called me Puke Joel. I didn't get a nickname from that, but I guess my advice to you would be to just keep a low profile for a little while and don't urinate on yourself, because that would be making the situation worse. And start doing a lot of charity work, get really good grades, and like serve at soup kitchens, because then it'll be like, oh, that Todd is the best and he's just such a nice guy. And that one time he did pee on himself at a party, but we can forget that because of all the other stuff. So yeah, do that. Today's second awkward situation is a little different than anything I've ever done. It says, "Dear Mr. Nobody, I'm a 19-year-old male and I joined the Army a year ago, and on July 22nd is my first deployment to Afghanistan. I'm not sure how to deal with it and I don't want to die out there. One of your fans, Daniel." Sorry I couldn't get this up before you were deployed, Daniel. I'm recording this on July 24th, and he said he was getting shipped out July 22nd. So if you see this eventually, Daniel, thank you for your service, and I hope you come home safe. But reading your situation made me think about how we could all die any day. I've had friends die in car accidents, and I don't want to get too melodramatic or too trippy stoner thoughts about this. I'm not a stoner, but everyone accuses me of it anyway. But we could all die every day. He just has a high chance of death in his job, and steelworkers have a chance of death or accident, loggers, things like that. So there are definitely jobs out there that bring a higher chance of fatalities along with them. But I could go outside and I could get hit by a car, or I could have something in my heart rupture and I could die. But the human brain's trained to not think about death and not think about the possibility that when you wake up in the morning, that day could be the last day you have on Earth. So if you guys will do something for me, just think about this being your last day, and if you had a couple more hours to live, you were going to wake up tomorrow and you were going to die, like in the next 24 hours. Think about what you would do. It's just kind of a mind fuck, really. I think you are in a difficult situation, Daniel, and obviously I wish death upon nobody, and I hope you come home safe. But I think it will allow you to be more focused, thinking about the dangers of your job, and it will allow you to live more, just knowing that you're in a tough situation, a dangerous situation, and you'll appreciate things. So hopefully you stay safe, stay focused, and everybody think about what you would do if this was your last day on Earth. Leave it in the comments or just keep it to yourself. I love you all. Bye.